we can finally put it to bed. OBJ probably not happening. But we good though. Good people, it's your boy Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all feeling? Man? I know this whole OBJ saga got people tired. You don't want to talk about it no more. I promise after the day, unless something shake, I'm gonna leave it alone. I gotta touch on it. I can't just ignore it. You know what happened over the last 2 days, but I'm gonna touch on it. We're going to move on. We got real things to talk about with our team. We actually got a game this week versus the Houston Texans. I know y'all think it's the bye week, but we got to take every team seriously. Remember, we saw the Texans give the Eagles everything they wanted. So you underestimate a team and you lose. But listen, the OBJ thing is dead. Apparently, he's not fully healthy yet, which makes complete sense, man. If his ACL ain't fully healed yet, last ACL injury, it took him about 11 months. He's at 10 months right now. It just ain't enough time. By the time he be healthy, it'll probably be about the playoffs. And then you got to really think, do you want to change your offensive philosophy that has been producing? In the last 5 games, literally, we've scored 199 points. We've been beating opponents by an average of 19 points this year because of those explosions, the 49 versus the Bears and the 54 versus the Colts. When our offense is clicking, it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. And we can score in a blink of an eye. Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott, Peyton Hendershot, Jake Ferguson, Dalton Schultz, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb. Like, our offense is a lot better than people give it credit for. And look, at the end of the day, yes, I would have wanted OBJ, but with that amount of time frame to acclimate him, I don't know what we could have really done. You know, you bring him in, you give him like some specific packages and say, okay, we're going to use you here, here, and here. And you don't break your offensive philosophy, I'm fine with it. But if we had have brought him in and started running more 11 personnel than 12 and 13 that we've been doing, because that 12 and 13 has been presenting matchup nightmares. Because when we put 13 on the field, 3 tight ends, you have to send linebackers out there to match up. And even if you have one great coverage linebacker, most teams don't have 2 and 3. So it's a matchup nightmare. And if you leave out cornerbacks, then there's a blocking nightmare, which is going to punish you in the running game. It's amazing. It reminds me of what the Patriots used to do with their tight ends. I did a video on this on our bye week about the 13 personnel. I didn't know the name of it at the time. I call it Mr. Nasty Time. When them 3 tight ends come out, that's Mr. Nasty Time. We get different, you know. And it's not just running or passing, it's both. It's the matchup problem. It's the fact that you got to send out, if you don't send out linebackers, right, we're going to just punish you by running the ball. If you do send out linebackers, most of them can't cover everybody. So Ferguson or Hendershot going to get open. It just is what it is. And if you put too much energy into covering the tight ends, CD open, in motion. And if you leave Michael Gallup one-on-one, most corners he's going to burn one-on-one. It's really a matchup nightmare. Dak Prescott has been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it. Kellen Moore been getting busy with it. And the fact that we can do that, that's why I'm not too worried about the Odell thing, man. I really did want him, just to be clear, for all the haters watching, because y'all in there. I know y'all listen. Of course I wanted Odell. Who don't want a weapon? Like, Odell Beckham, when he's healthy, is a beast. Who wouldn't want him? I know he's 30. I know he's off injury. But at the end of the day, he would have been a great weapon for us. But you can't complain if he hurt. Plus, we're going to talk about this more tomorrow because the practice window for Tyron Smith opens tomorrow. That's going to be the media story, and we're going to talk about it thoroughly tomorrow. Getting back Tyron Smith is more important than getting Odell Beckham. I said that before. It is. Newsflash to all of the Eagles fans, because that's the game that's coming up. That's the game everybody got circled on their calendar in the entire NFL, right? We were a totally different team when we played them back in, I think, week 3 or whatever, week 5 or 6. My fault. No Dak Prescott, no Tyron Smith, no Michael Gallup. You're talking about a drastically different team. A drastically different team. CeeDee Lamb is coming fully into his own since Dak's gotten back. Michael Gallup is more healthy and making all kinds of circus great catches. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be getting James Washington back. You're talking about having a complete, decent wide receiver room. We weren't using our tight ends the same. We were just working them in. So we're going to be fine. You know, the Odell thing is not, I think it's dead, at least for this year. Maybe he does go sign on with someone else. Maybe the Giants make a last-second push. Maybe the Bills do and sign him, and maybe they put him out there a little bit more faster than we would have. And, you know, good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? If you go to the Giants, they're going to expect him to be a savior. I don't want him to get re-injured. That'd be a bad idea. You go to the Bills, he probably can't sit and wait. You know what I'm saying? And come back in the playoffs. And then we would have to see him maybe if we can make it to that game. I don't like saying it. Let's handle our business. Let's beat the Texans. You know what I'm saying? But all intents and purposes right now, it's done. It's just done. Now, we did sign a cornerback today. I think his name is Mackenzie Alexander. Not the greatest of cornerbacks. I'm not going to downplay Anthony Brown because he gave up a couple splash plays. He did give up some splash plays over the year. You know, like once a game, he would give up a deep pass, and then we would get our act together, shade coverage, use a safety. I don't know. One game, once a game. Now, we could be dealing with somebody that will give it up multiple times a game, and that's the problem. But we're going to have to look. It's Kelvin Joseph's job to lose. Mackenzie Alexander's on the practice squad. We got Kendall Sheffield, I think. He worked with Dan Quinn before. We got options. You know, I would put Deron Bland maybe to the boundary and work someone else into the slot. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Deron Bland just showed me he can just play corner, period. I don't think it's just slot. I think it's period. But, you know, we'll see what we do. This week, I think they're going to fully give Kelvin Joseph a chance. And you would think back in the day, I was like, yo, please give Kelvin Joseph a chance. Please. And it just hasn't worked out. He's usually there. It's like his ball skills and his awareness isn't as high as I would want it to be. But maybe with the chance to say you're starting this week, lock in all week, he'll play better. We're going to see. I can't wait to see. You know, I'm happy it's versus the Texans, and then it's going to be versus the Jaguars. Let's get his mind right before we start playing some of these better upper echelon teams. But one thing Kelvin Joseph will do is come up and tackle. So versus the run, like the run defense and everything like that, I have no problem. And Pierce for the Texans is a good running back. So we're going to need all hands on deck. Running game is on deck for the next couple of weeks. So it's important. But look, I just wanted to let y'all know, man, the OBJ thing, man, it looks good. It fit. It looked like it fit. I ain't talking about the video last night. He looks like he fits in Dallas, all the publicity stuff. But if he's not healthy, the man not healthy. What am I supposed to do? So all of the haters that's going to make a joke, if he do sign with someone else, Cowboys ain't get him, y'all was hype. What are we supposed to do if he's not healthy? I can't, come on, what am I supposed to do with that? If another team's willing to sign him, throw him bread, and put him out there when he's not healthy, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? We're getting back Tyron Smith. I'm sorry. Odell's great. He's been an all-pro before. He's been a great player. Tyron Smith's been all-pro like for a decade. Between him and Trent Williams, they're like the best two left tackles in the league for a decade. Tyron Smith might be in his 30s, but he's still incredible. He's a physical specimen. And when he comes back at left tackle, he's still a top 5 left tackle in the NFL right now. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all want to see him after injury, but I have no doubt that he'll be better. And Tyler Smith's been balling this year. But Tyron Smith is, I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Because Tyler Smith at guard looked crazy. Looked crazy. I heard my boy Vach and Scott talking about the fact that Tyler Smith stood up to Forrest Buckner. I'm going to get my matchup too. I've been talking about this since the summer. Tyler Smith at guard versus Jordan Davis. I cannot wait. Because I got Tyler, my money's on Tyler Smith. But anyway, we'll get to that. There's a lot of storylines we're going to get to. Look, it's your boy, Mr. Rome. The Odell thing is done. But 13 personnel, Mr. Nasty Time is still active. We've scored 199 points in the last 5 games. That's a fact. That's not a fantasy. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on my team's name, whether we sign somebody or not. I'll holler.